we're back with another episode of Straight Talk with Post Grad Recruits. We got our host, Jarrell Archer. What's going on, Arch?
What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Good, man. So we got Storm Johnson and on tonight. Another one of our co-hosts. He finally back with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on, Storm?
Good, man. Good. Glad to be in the building.
Good to have you back on, bro.
Yes, sir.
And then with Storm, we got two guys, with us tonight, two receivers. Tell us your name, fellas.
Tyrese Mixon.
Cam Anderson.
Tyrese Mixon and Cam Anderson. What position you guys play?
Receiver.
So I'm gonna let you ask some questions, Jarrell. Gonna let you go ahead and take it.
All right. So fellas, we got beginning of the season started. I saw one of your highlights already. What y'all looking forward to most this season? Like what's the biggest goal y'all individually have, you want to attack on this season?
Me, I want to get back in college and fulfill my dreams.
Okay.
For me, I just want to see everybody, succeed, get back into get into college for free,
Respect. I hear that. Where y'all tell me a little bit about yourself. I know you're a position, but where y'all from? Where you said you want to get back in college? Where were you before?
I'm from Jackson, Tennessee. I went to Lane College. That's also in Jackson, Tennessee.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I came from Collinsville High School, first year.
First year. So yeah, they getting accustomed to things now, Coach. They trying to, they trying to get it back right here, back in blood this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So this the title of this show, Navigating the Transition. So pretty much, I heard you say get back into college. Where were you before?
I was at Lane College.
Okay, and Lane College, you first year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when did you leave Lane? In the middle or at the end of the?
At the beginning, I just went like for the summer.
Okay, got you. All right, so you just went for like summer workouts, and then you made a transition. So let us know about your story, man. What's your story? Like, what high school did you go to?
I went to Jackson Southside.
Where's that at?
In Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee.
Okay. All right. So you from Tennessee, and then you stayed in Tennessee to go to school.
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell us a little about your story. Tell us a little bit about how your your recruiting process in high school went. How they utilized you in high school. Just tell us a little about that.
So I grew up playing basketball. So I started playing football like my sophomore year. It was actually going good and stuff. So I had a scholarship to Lane College. Stuff went downhill and stuff. So I ended up withdrawing and talked to Coach Johnson, and I came here.
Right. So you started playing football when in high school? Your sophomore year or junior year?
My sophomore year.
Okay. And you played receiver there?
Yes, sir. Well, I was an athlete
there. Okay. All right. So how was your recruiting process there? Was it slow because you were still getting accustomed to playing ball? Did you play football ever before that?
No, sir. I was always playing basketball.
Hold on, coach. What made you you basketball? Like you basketball first. So what made you be because football separates, boys from men, and you in that type of league or that type of, age group where it's like, I could really do something with this thing. You know what I'm saying? So what made you feel me? What made you decide all right, it's football. What made you like football so much?
Honestly, my brother was playing football and it just looked fun. So I just, honestly, my height for playing football and playing basketball, because I played center in basketball. So
I thought you like 6'3", 6'4"?
6'5" center, a 6'5".
Oh, my fault. That's disrespectful. My bad.
Yeah, I said 6'5" center. I'm saying basketball, that's a guard. So I was like, why not go play football at a 6'5" receiver, and that'll give me a lot of attention. So I went on and played football.
That's man, but hey, you said that's disrespectful, Archer. You said that's disrespectful, but it's dudes It's dude 6 foot that think that play center in high school and think they finna, go to college and be the man D1.
Mm-hmm.
At least he's 6'5" and he's saying, man, listen, this ain't where it's at.
Man, 6'5" receivers, that's an OC's dream, man. That's an OC's dream, man.
They can run.
Right. I see. Yeah, I peeped it. Man, that's awesome, man.
Right. So you say you thought it would be fun and you give it a shot, huh?
Yes, sir.
Right. So in basketball, were you getting recruited in basketball?
No, sir.
Okay. Got you. And you ain't think about just changing positions. You just said, man, I'm gonna get this football thing a run.
Yeah, I gave football a run.
That on itself, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, and you got that bug. That you fell in love with it. That football boy. Once you get it hooked in you, there's a wrap.
Yeah, it's done.
There's a wrap. It's different, boy. It's a different feeling for sure. So then you went to Lane College. So I'm guessing they recruited you, and you gave Lane a shot. A little bit about that experience. We don't badmouth programs or anything like that on here. But what was your experience with that made you decide, you know what, I'm gonna go a different route?
The experience wasn't really bad. Like the college life was fun and all, but like it's just like at the time I didn't want to really just stay home and things weren't really going well with school, so I just withdrew and talked to Coach Storm.
Right. Okay. Got you. All right. So we got camp. So who's to your left, coach?
Tyrese Nixon.
Sure.
Tyrese Nixon. So that's Cam and Tyrese Nixon. So Tyrese, tell us a little bit about your.
So basically, I started out playing basketball as well. Yeah, but I started playing football my senior year. Made the team. I didn't really get any, like varsity starting reps, so I didn't really have any film. I was actually playing center also in basketball. Really wasn't getting looked at, so I was like, might as well just try out football, see how I do at receiver. I really was just on scout team, so
right.
I was really just playing against like the first defense. I've seen I was doing pretty good in that, so I was like, I could probably take this a little further, even though I really wasn't getting any starting reps. So after the season, me and my head coach just talked to Coach Storm and rode here.
Boy, everybody out there, because I mean, the transition from college to football and below, you know what I mean? So I'm sure there's already guys in front of you, that made it a little bit more difficult, to step on that starting spot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I mean, college. When me and Coach Storm talked about it, I said, he said Collins Hill. I said, oh, okay, I get it now. Because I mean, in Georgia, Storm, you can vouch for this. You there? You recruit that area in Georgia. Everybody's groomed in Georgia, right?
Oh yeah, man. Been playing since they were 6.
Right. And they go through a whole system. You know what I mean? That high school got a whole system for them to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So I know exactly how it is, man. Archer, it's probably like that where you was from too, huh?
Yeah. I already know, Coach. I already know.
So I mean, so you decided that that you wanted to stick with the football, and instead of basketball. How's the transition been for you?
It's been pretty good. I just still got to learn like the ins and outs of football, because I just been playing basketball for so long, just transitioned to football. I still got to learn, a lot of things about football. So that's why I came here, just to enhance and just get better at my craft.
So not only are y'all transitioning from basketball to football, but now y'all transitioning from high school into this college world. That's a lot of transitioning. So how is that navigating through, all that transition? I was a basketball player. Now I want to try my hand at football. I see I'm good at it because, I mean, if anybody go check their highlights, go check what's you guys' Twitter? Tell the Twitter so people can go check y'all out.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's is Cam0 Anderson.
Mine's is no limit Ty_12.
All right, y'all go check them out. Look their names up. and check out those highlights. Archer, you just saw one of them. What you think about it?
I mean, he just said started playing senior year. You could never tell. Like you know he dedicated to it, but you know you wouldn't even tell this is one of his first couple of years playing football. So I mean, I'm impressed. I mean, are you 6'5" too, Tyrese?
Yes, sir.
Man, I mean, the sky's the limit for y'all, man. Like I know y'all in good hands with Coach over there. So I mean, like I said, it's an OC's dream at any level of football to be 6'5" and play receiver, man. I mean, what's some things y'all working on? I mean, you already have a super advantage of your heights, but what's something like during practices and something during, you know, while you're learning the game of football that you pay like closer attention to? What's some things that you're doing to kind of perfect your craft?
Definitely just like paying attention to detail, and just working on, you know, my strength, because, you know, basketball, we don't really be in the weight room like that.
Conditioning.
Yeah, we had to get in the weight room, and yeah, just really that's it.
I can answer that a little better, Coach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I told these guys when they first came was, you look like a basketball player, and we don't need that. You look like a basketball player. The second thing I told them was, football is very physical. You need to learn how to hit and be hit. So those are the main two things I started with them, was that personal toughness, was that you fall on the ground very hard because you're tall. You know, people are up under you. You jump for the ball all the time. You and that ground need to become very good friends. So a lot of things that we do is, you know, as far as building their toughness. I know they can play. I know they can, you know, jump and catch. We know all those things, but I want to know is when that safety come and you have to run a post and that safety come in and hit you in your stomach or hit you in your chest, is you going to get up and run back to the huddle? Or are you going to hold your chest and act like you hurt?
Absolutely.
And that's what I wanted to make sure that these guys understand. And going more so of their positioning, yes, they need to get stronger. Cam weighs about 175 at 6'5". Tyrese weighs about 190 at 6'5". So these guys both, you know, have increased their strength. And the next level we're doing is blocking. You need to get little corners and put them to their sideline. And, you know, and like I say, these guys are talented. We was playing 7-on-7. Yes, that they would kill that. They would kill that. But what I want to know and what I want them to understand is football is a pound for pound, man against man sort of thing. With a jump ball, when they're sitting, and I tell them all the time, I tell our quarterback, when they are one-on-one, they are open. I don't care who's
Period.
Open.
Period.
Shoot, when they're 2-on-1, I still take chances.
Right.
If that ball is in the air, it's yours. And, you know, I mean, honestly, through all, you know, Tyrese has his little things he need to get better at as far as, you know, quickness and getting up there and speed wise and getting his feet better. And those are things we focus on with him. And Cam, you know, all of a sudden, you know, he done got a little strong now, but, you know, we're working on his cuts and you know, things after the play and both of these guys were working on blocking. So, you know, it's one of those things where I don't pat them on their back. You know, tell them what they need to work on and what we need to get better at and what's going to get you to that next level. Both these guys are very hungry. They both want success. They come from great families that definitely support them, whatever decision they make. So, you know, playing basketball all your life, playing basketball for your entire life, you know, it's a different transitioning. And like you said, you're transitioning sports and now you're transitioning levels. So you're only with me for 4 months. So, you know, we hit the ground running. We hit the ground. Running. The thing about Tyrese, he is from Georgia. So I was training Tyrese before the season started. So I'm glad he came to me very early before the season started. So we had to get in the weight room, you know, and did that thing. But
have you gained any weight yet? Can you see the transition happening?
Oh man, no. One thing I can tell y'all, man, these guys are hard workers, man. That's one thing I can. They're roommates, and honestly, man, I put them against each other, especially game days. Who gonna outdo who? You know, we're always competing. We're always seeing what they're gonna do. I mean, hell, these guys are on both sides of the ball. If you're double teaming one is free. So I'm like, guys, there should be no doubt, no reasoning in nothing that y'all can't do what you want to do, or y'all can't complete your dreams and complete your focus, because they got the total package. All they
Right.
now is just show the work.
So, Story, you coach them. So I'm not gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you, Archer. Do you see them? Hey, I mean, guys, y'all can chime in too. Do you see them being tight ends on the next level, or you think of OC with keeping that receiver?
Coach, so our last podcast we had Devin Hextall, my boys that I grew up with. He went to play high school ball. Didn't even make the JV team, fellas, mind you. Hits his growth spurt late, 6'4", 6'5", goes to Utah State, killing the ones. Came back, grades didn't show up too good. Came back next season, focus. It was kind of like Utah's perfect season. Made the bowl game, did great. So he transferred to UAV Wise, little D2 school in Virginia. I said little D2 school in Virginia. Killed all conference. I mean, had XFL, CFL tryouts. He's now played in Europe, played in Mexico. He's 6'5", like lean muscle, like he could catch. He's strong. I mean, you got Mike Evans, who in the league right now, who's 6'5". You got these tall receivers. It's kind of not new, but it's kind of uncommon. If I'm an OC, I'm keeping that receiver. Period.
Right.
You block, if you can release, that's a DB's nightmare. Is going to the line, you looking up like this. So
now I will say this: Tyrese can be a posse tight end because he plays live for us, but he's not connected to the ball. He's not connected to the line of scrimmage.
Okay. Right.
So he's inside, and then on some formations we have him outside.
Right.
But like I said, man, Tyrese need to work on his quickness. He need to get faster. He's probably around a 4.6 right now. He needs to probably hit that 4.5 mark. Cam, he's about a 4.4, 4.5, 4.4. Definitely want to get him faster because they can. They haven't been training in football. They haven't been pulling sleds. They haven't been going high. Tyrese first came to me. I think the first leg day, he had like 225 on the bar. He was like, Coach, I never did this before.
I said, man.
What? All right, look it up. You know what I mean? So, just getting their legs bigger, stronger, and faster, and just getting their hands strong and, everything of that sort. Like I said, man, the sky is the limit.
Right. Man, I mean, we see in college football transition in itself, continuously every year. What's my guy, Alabama? He proved that I ain't got to be the biggest. And I'm still gonna be a Heisman Trophy winner. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. Sky is the limit, man. And I mean, I watched the film and they going up and getting it. That ball in the air, and like it's something you can't teach. You know what I mean? There's some things you just can't teach an athlete, and that's one of those things. Being able to go up, and catch it at its highest point. Because it's an athlete that go up the highest point and still catch it down here. You know what I mean? But you 6'5" catching at its highest point, you just put it up a whole lot higher. And I mean, a lot of DBs, it's hard to get DBs that's, you're not gonna find many DBs that's that tall. You know what I mean? They might be 6'2", 6'1", something around there.
Coach, it's hard to find 6'2", 6'3".
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? Because they got to be able to run. You know what I mean? Because you still got the scat receivers out there too. So you got the scat receiver, and then you got the 6'5" receiver. It's like, now you got to try to find something that can match both. And can run with both of them.
And they use their basketball abilities. I mean, if you're playing center at 6'5", I imagine you get a lot of rebounds catching the ball at its highest point. I mean, when you catching the ball off a release, you're just running, catching its highest point. It's amazing how, how easy, not easy, but how seemingly a transition could be by them that's kind of muscle memory. I already know how to jump high and catch at the highest point. It's just a different ball in my hand.
Right.
So Cam, is there, with your truth, how has it been, being in post-grad thus far? You only played one game. Post-grad is not an easy path to take. But I mean, you going through it. First, I want to know how it's been, and then I want to know what's keeping you going. That's what I want.
It actually been going good. Been going terrific, honestly. my mama make me always keep me going. My family keep me going. My teammates keep me going. And just being around people that got faith in me, it just always keep it going.
Right. Right. So with that support, so obviously you have goals, and you don't like you said you've been playing basketball. You just started playing football, but there's something about this game that just got you just hooked to it. Like what is it that got you like, what, I want to make it to that next level at this? Because at any point you could say, this ain't for me, or I just learned it, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on, but you still going. And like I said, postgrad's not an easy path to take, but you taking one of the hardest paths there is. How is that?
Honestly, I think I just fell in love with football. It just like getting hit, taking hit, like it's just a thing that's fun. Like
right.
Football is just fun now. It's just
Right, especially playing that receiver spot when you go up and catch that ball and you're looking down at those DBs, ain't no feeling like it. I'm sure. I'm sure there ain't no feeling like it because you just manhandle somebody.
Yep.
And Cameron's physical. He's physical, man. He doesn't mind blocking. He doesn't mind. I think on his film when you see it, he doesn't mind getting out there and pushing people around. He don't mind going out there making the hard catches. And both of these guys, honestly, you should see us in practice, man. They get our corners better because they ain't gonna see nobody like it in prep.
Nah. Nah.
Better. So
especially when they start learning how to use them long arms and be physical. So Cam, the same thing with you, man. Like you started your senior year, so like your ties to football is really, really fresh. Like your love for it is really fresh. So what's keeping you going and pushing through this process? Because this is not an easy process.
Most definitely my coaches, my teammates, the support system I have, and just the passion to just keep going, keep getting better at this game.
Right. That's right. So is there a certain goal you have?
Most definitely. NFL. I would like to.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Tell them what. Tell them the big pressure. Tell them
right. Right.
My brother made it a few years back.
Really? Who's your brother?
Tim Mixon.
Tim Mixon. All right. Who did he play for?
He played for the Patriots, the Browns, and Seattle.
All right. So you got big bro, follow kind of not necessarily following his footsteps, but you got somebody that that's showing you the way, and so now you wanna get to that point as well.
And let me tell you the kicker. His brother's 5'9".
I just looked him up, coach. I just seen it. I said, as soon as you said it, coach, I said 5'9" and you 6'5".
Right. Right. So yeah, his brother probably saying, boy, you need to do much more than me.
Would he play Archer?
That's why we work, man.
Corner, DB.
He played corner. See what me? That's what we just said. So you picture a 5'9" corner going against a 6'5" X. You know what I'm saying? X wide out. That's like you feel like that's mismatch. Like,
and that's how you look at it. And that's what we
right. Like you feel like that's a mismatch all day. You know what I mean? Has your brother tried to get out there and jam you up a little bit?
Nah, his knee's too bad. He can't do it no more.
Oh, I got you. So you could talk junk to him all the time, man, because he can't do nothing about it. You can't do nothing about it. So I feel you. That's crazy. You just think about that 5'9" versus 6'5".
That's on average probably what you're gonna see.
Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's an NFL caliber cornerback we talking about.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's crazy. So like we talk. I asked you guys your goal and things like that's crazy. Like how football can just put that hook in you. You know what I mean? Archer, like put that hook in you and just make you fall in love with it.
It stay. That's why we still got coaches. Football. We never gonna let that grip off. Like we're gonna be around. We with it right now. We're doing it right now on the podcast. It's an amazing feeling. I'm proud of y'all too, man, for taking that step, because football ain't for everybody. It really isn't. So I mean, y'all taking that step. I think y'all have good whys. Y'all have good support systems. Y'all care about your teammates. Y'all care about making a name for yourselves. And I think that's going to be the motivation to start, but just continue to have the discipline to keep going, if that makes sense.
Right. I mean, Storm, I know you preaching and, feeding into these guys. What do you tell these guys who are new, with this transitioning process? You know what I mean? They transitioning sports, they transitioning from high school to college. That's a lot. That's a lot to navigate because everything's new.
Right.
So I mean, what do you tell these guys?
Well, first and foremost, this is a special bunch here because they came with their size and obviously they're unexperienced. So I had to take a deeper dive and honestly get to know the reasoning of why they're doing this. Because like I said, the first time I looked at them, it looked like basketball players. And the one thing I told them was this is going to be very rigorous. We're going to train. And we're going to train and we're going to train. You know how I get down. So, I can tell very quickly if this is something you want to do or not, because what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to go through? What are you willing to sacrifice for your dream and your ultimate goals? And as I spent time with them, because, in this program, they stay with us. They live with us. I wake up every morning and see their face at 7 a.m. and I go to bed checking on them at 10 p.m. So, I see them on their day-to-day, after workouts, before workouts. And, if I had to keep reminding them about how hard you got to work, I'm going to tell them right away, man, I don't think, this is fun for me if you being here. But I don't think you would make it in a college level because it's just so rigorous and so much things. But like I said, man, these guys came. They told me what they wanted. They told me how they wanted to get there. I told them what I was going to do. Going to put me and my coaches was going to put all into making them the players they want to be. All you got to do is wake up and be ready to go. Wake up and be ready to go. And, we put our spills on them. But, I mean, these guys are self-motivated, man. They come from great families. They come from great homes. Their parents support them all 10 toes down. So these guys are well-rounded people. Tyrese has a 3.3 coming out of high school. So, what was your high school? 3.1. He had a 3.1 in college. So, these guys are smart and not like they try to go and be their best at everything they do. And when you be guys like that, you can tell. I can tell these guys are going to be stars, man. I can tell these guys got something in them that normal kids their age don't have. And they see the potential in themselves when they look in the mirror. So it's like, when I see all this, I'm going to push you to the max. You can ask them. I don't pat them on their backs.
Right.
I don't say, hey, last game, you only see one highlight of his. Because I say, you got to be the man out there. You had about 4 balls you could catch, and you let the receiver get it away from you. Like, I don't pat them back. I don't do that. One thing I do, and they know I love them. They know I'll do anything for them. The thing I do is I'm going to push you to be the best. Because when you get to where you're going, they're going to expect you to be the best. And that, that's how we roll.
Right. I mean, that's kind of a conversation me and Archer had. I told him, when I coach, I don't look for what you're doing right. I'm looking for what you're doing wrong. Yep. So it might sound like I'm always telling you, I'm always, being negative. I'm always telling you what you're doing wrong. But that's what I'm here for as a coach. I'm not here to pat you on your back and tell you, hey, great job. You just did, what I'm saying? I'll tell you good job, but then I'm gonna fix you because what I'm saying? Because you might have did something good, but I'm looking at what you're doing wrong at the same time. You know what I mean? So when you catch that interception, great job. You caught the interception. But let me tell you this: if you would have did this on this man, you would have played this technique, and you would have went here, then you could have been in better position. Because the next time it might not be the same situation. Right. You know what I mean? So we got to keep critiquing and getting that technique down so that we can be able to excel. Consistently. That's what it's all about. It's about being consistent. You know, and that, I mean, that's something for you two fellas, you know, to take with you. You know, it's about being consistent. You know, one play here or there is great, but to be able to do that consistently, that's when you start getting people to pay attention. You know what I mean? That's when you start getting people to notice and be like, okay, all right, they the real deal. Especially when you're trying to prove yourself. You know, so I mean, as a coach, you know, I feel like that is the job of a coach. You know, not to pat them on the back, and you know, you want to say good job. When you let them know, hey, that was a great play. But at the same time, you want to critique them so that they can be more consistent and perfect their craft. So I understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
For sure. Because we just had that conversation, didn't we, Archie?
We did.
Yeah, and they're both raw at this. So you know, I don't want to make them think that they got it. I don't want to ever make them think that, oh, I got it now. Oh, I don't got it. No, you don't got it. We got work to do. Fix your feet. Fix your pop.
And that's what I tell you know what, I tell athletes that all the time. I said, when you think you're working hard, work harder. You know what I mean? Because somebody out there working harder. You know, I mean, you got dudes like Travis Hunter now, everybody that you got to compete with. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. Like now, you take Travis Hunter for instance. Everybody loves him on him for what he did against TCU, but let him have a bad game.
No doubt.
Man, they gonna go in on him. Let him have a bad game. Right. So you know, so it's definitely about being consistent. You know, and I'm sure Deion telling him, you know what I mean? I'm sure Deion on him all the time.
Yeah,
trying to make sure he perfecting his game, because once he has a bad game, everybody gonna tell him how bad he is. You know, that's what people are looking for. So you gotta keep on working on your craft, and when you think you got it, you gotta work on it even more to get it more. So I mean that's for you guys, but I mean, Art, you got any questions for these guys, man?
I mean, before we head out, I know first of all, I appreciate y'all time. You too, Coach. I appreciate y'all, hopping on. We got a lot of people watching us, and like you said, I feel like I agree. These two are gonna be big someday, and I'm just hearing about y'all today. So I'm gonna definitely be tapping in, keeping up with y'all. I know y'all want to be y'all own players and make a name for yourselves, but is there anybody you're watching, college or pros right now, that you kind of see that you want to, not copy their game, but kind of take notes from to help your game get better?
D-Hop.
D-Hop?
I've been watching a lot of Marvin Harrison Jr.
Man, that boy going to be special, man. He already special, but he going to be special when he go to the league, but that's what's up. That's what's up, man. But Coach, I'm good, man. I appreciate it. This is a good. You got a good group in the day, man. A great group.
Right, man. I mean, I had to get these guys on because get that name out there, because they gonna be, both of them are gonna be something special. I watched a couple of clips. They only had a couple of clips, but you can see it. You can see that they gonna get there. I mean, and then they bodies are fresh from getting hit and all that good stuff. Yeah. So you got fresh bodies. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's one of the things I told my wife, I've been playing football forever. And I said, shoot, I'm going to hold my son from tackle as long as I can, just let him be an athlete and everything else. You know what I mean? And try to keep his body preserved. Try to preserve his body. Because I know my son, he going to go head first and everything. so I need to preserve his body as long as possible. Because, man, sometimes, just like these guys, you got starting as sophomore, starting as a senior. When you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? So, when it's just some guys, when you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? You don't have to start so early, you know what I mean? When you got it, you got it. If you're a D1 athlete, you've been that. You already been that. You know what I mean? Because you just got that, that in your blood. You got that athleticism. You know what I mean? Storm, Storm went to the next level. You know what I mean? So when you got it, I feel like when you got it, if you're gonna be a hitter, you're gonna be a hitter.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can teach so much with hitting, in practice and things of that nature. But listen, if I'm gonna tuck my tail, then that's what I'm gonna do. But if I'm gonna go in there and put my body in there, hey, that's a mentality. You know what I mean? You gotta have that mentality. That's different. You know what I mean? Going up and catch the ball, both of you guys play basketball. Y'all used to going up for the rebounds, playing center. Y'all used to being physical, somebody bumping up against you. So I mean, those things are gonna carry you. You know what I mean? So now it's just about running those routes, getting stronger, so you can get off of the jams and make those blocks. You know, so I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see more what's to come, and I'm expecting some great things.
Oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
oh yeah. Thank you for having us on, man. We are very we're very thankful for it. But like I tell these guys, man, this is what's expected of you now. You know, now I'm going even harder. Like you
Right.
give me the green light to go even harder. Cause now
Right.
them, man, don't get too comfortable, man. Now you expected to do something. Now we got to show the world.
Exactly. Now it's time to be consistent. Hey, when you think you're going hard, go harder. Cause it ain't enough. When you think it's enough, it ain't enough. You gotta do more. You know, so yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for getting on, man. We're gonna let y'all. I know it's been a long day. I already know Storm's regimen, so a long day. Get some rest and hey, y'all play this week, Storm?
We play Tennessee Valley on Sunday.
Okay, Tennessee Valley on Sunday. All right. Hey, if y'all in the area, you know, check them out. Hey, what's those ats again? One more time. What's y'all's ats?
Cam 0 Anderson.
No limit _12.
Right.
Sir,
You can also check them out on the PGR app. You get on the PGR app, film all that stuff, you know, and evaluate them coaches. Definitely gonna try to push y'all and get y'all name out there. They also to the PGR Bowl, so I'm really excited about that. Storm this read, and we ain't had no 6'5" receivers. we had no 6'5" receivers, so that's gonna be exciting to see.
Coach.
But
Coach, I ain't
right.
sharing, Coach. I ain't sharing, man.
I know the one here ain't gonna let that happen. You know he ain't gonna let that happen. Hey, it'd be. He gonna be like, how you get those two, both of them? He got split one of them. You already know.
Oh,
you already know. Hey, that draft gonna be something serious, for sure. But hey,
and I tell you this, Coach. And I'll tell you this, Coach. No matter what offers they get, they are playing.
Right. Got you.
Yes, sir.
Got you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, guys have popped up with more offers from playing in this game. Tell them, Storm. I mean, so hey, you never know what happens. I've seen guys that have gotten offers, been invited in this game, and those offers were pulled by the end of the season. So I mean, hey, definitely don't get comfortable. Never get comfortable because the college football world is a business, and you just until you sign that dotted line, it's not final. It is not final. So keep that in mind. But again, man, appreciate y'all, man. And we gonna catch up with y'all again.
All right,
sir.
brother.
Appreciate
Thank
y'all,
you, man.
boys.
All right, Coach, appreciate you.